Welcome. Unfortunately, due to the inclement weather at our graduation ceremony on June the 8th, we had to deviate from the script and make some adjustments in the graduation ceremony. With that in mind, we made the decision to forego my address to the students. However, I do believe those words are important, and I would like the opportunity to share those with you. Parents, family members, and friends of our graduates, allow me to welcome you to both the end and the beginning. The pure definition of the word commencement means to begin or to start. Yet all across the country, high school and college students are sitting in commencement ceremonies with the perception that it marks the end. By the end of this address, I hope that I'm able to touch upon both the end of an era and the beginning of a future. For the last 10 years, I've made a conscious effort to tailor each commencement speech specifically to the graduating class. While it would be easy to recycle speeches from years past or swap speeches from local principal colleagues, original is always best. I believe it's appropriate for the words that students hear be significant to their experience. With that in mind, allow me just a few moments to provide some words of wisdom, words of affirmation, and just as important, words of caution. Hatters in the class of 2015, you arrived here on campus in 2011, which seemed like such a short time ago. And now it's already time to leave. It wasn't too long ago that we were helping you as you struggled with your locker combination before you realized that you probably would never use it again. It seems like just yesterday that you attended your first high school dance and awkwardly shook, gyrated, and convulsed on the dance floor in a rhythmless fashion. Funny how over the next 4 years that didn't change, and that went on for every single dance that you attended here at HH. It's also been a long time since icy teas were available for lunches and those delicious glazed donuts were available for breakfast. Most unfortunate, it's been a long time since the red team has consistently dominated the black team during Red and Black Week, and that truly hurts me. I would imagine there were times during your high school career where you've uttered the words like, "This school sucks," or "Other high schools don't do it this way," or even, "I can't wait until I'm out of here." I'm sure it all sounded good at the time and quite possibly could have been a legitimate reaction. But as you sit in those chairs for graduation and reflect, if you're really, truly, and brutally honest with yourself, you know that there is probably not another high school experience in the greater Philadelphia area that could have been better than what you received here at HH. Your parents chose this district for a reason, and you sitting in those chairs for graduation with specific plans in place for your future legitimizes that decision. So what I'd like to do is to share a few things with you that I hope you embrace as you leave this place for what hopefully are bigger and better things. I call these the D. Will 6 points to progress post-high school. Point number 1, patience. The old adage, that patience is a virtue, is cute. Sounds great, looks awesome on a card or a Twitter update, but think about it. Why do most people only really use that phrase when something isn't going right or when something hasn't happened the way you thought that it would? I encourage you to think differently. Stop waiting for an invitation. Take control of your situations. Earn respect. Don't just expect it. If someone allows you to get the proverbial foot in the door, I challenge you to kick it in and respectfully announce your presence. You must create opportunities for yourself, and you have to influence your own outcomes. Number 2, the importance of time. For the last few years, you've measured time differently than most. You've measured time by class periods, semesters, athletic seasons, standardized testing windows, and summer vacations. After graduation, that all changes. You'll need to prioritize your time differently. Focusing on the importance of time lost and time wasted becomes critical. For many of you next year, time will be your biggest enemy. Why? Because you have too much of it. There'll be no one to tell you what time to be home, what time to wake up, which class you have to go to, and which class you can blow off. There'll be no email blasts and morning announcements to remind you when things are due and what you need to have in order to achieve success. You must manage your time wisely because it's one of the only things that you can never recover. Number 3, understand success and failure. People view success and failure in very different ways. Some see success as something that just happens, like it falls in your lap, and that things will always be this good. Others see failure as a hole that they are permanently stuck in, and things may never get better. I encourage you as graduates from HH to put both into perspective and never stay in one mindset for very long. In fact, failure is the fertilizer that allows future things to grow. Celebrate your successes and take responsibility for your failures. If others helped you achieve success, acknowledge and thank them. If others were involved in your disappointment and failure, work that much harder with or without them to be successful the next time. Most importantly, stop making excuses. Usually, the real world could care less about why you didn't get the job done. Number 4, dream big. It's important for you to dream, and more important, to never stop dreaming. When you chase your dreams, things can change and change for the better. We should all be lucky that dreams can change. Otherwise, based on your original dreams and goals from childhood, the U.S. would be overrun with superheroes, princesses, dinosaurs, and transformers. From this point forward, open yourself up to possibilities. Push your limits. Push them appropriately and take control of your dreams. You've learned important lessons here about compromise, leadership, follow-through, and commitment that you probably don't even realize yet. Your goal moving forward should be to excel in everything that you do. Strive for excellence in every task, big or small. Be resilient. Some of you already are. This class has been dealt some very difficult blows. The unfortunate and untimely loss of loved ones is tough to deal with at any age, especially at yours. But realize that there's an inner strength in all of you, and I promise you it's there when you need it. In the words of the great poet and philosopher, Tay Swift, player's going to play, 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 play. And the hater's going to hate, 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 hate. But you got to shake it off. Students, you must learn to rebound. Get back up when you fall. Dust yourself off and get back to work. You'll ultimately be thankful that you did. And my final point, shape your future. Don't allow your past to be brighter than your future. You heard the characteristics earlier as a class. Your high school accomplishments are quite impressive. But after you leave here tonight, unfortunately, they mean nothing. There are 60 years of high school yearbooks in our library. They're full of students whose past was brighter than their future. If you feel like you're the same person tonight as you were on September 6, 2011, then you've wasted your time here and you didn't take advantage of what we had to offer. You can't experience and sustain success if you remain stagnant. You must continuously grind to get what you want. And when you think you can't do any more, you must grind harder. From this point forward, the level of success you achieve will most likely correlate to the amount of effort that you put in. Students, one of the funny things about this special event that we call graduation is that at the end of the evening, you received a diploma. And it only had your name on it. But clearly that diploma should be filled with names other than yours. I've always been a proponent that diplomas should come with autograph pages. Why? Because this accomplishment is not your own. A parent, guardian, best friend, counselor, favorite teacher, coach, or an administrator believed in you and supported you along the way. At some point over the next few days, next few weeks, I encourage you to seek out those people and just say thank you. To the class of 2015, it has been a great ride. You've laughed together, cried together, celebrated together, and recovered from disappointment together. Don't ever forget the times that you shared here. It has been my honor, my privilege, my pleasure to be your principal, to watch you develop academically, athletically, socially, and emotionally. You've delighted me with your many achievements, both in and out of the classroom. You brought me great joy in your service to our community and have amazed me by the demanding schedules that you've kept. We are all blessed to have spent this time together. The theme selected by your editors for this year's yearbook couldn't be more appropriate. You are here. After you picked up that diploma, that theme instantly changed to you were here. But it's important to know that what you need to be successful and to be something truly special, there and everywhere, you received on 899 Horsham Road. Graduates, remember, I'm your biggest fan. I will miss you. I wish you well. Do big things. And more importantly, make this community extremely proud. Hatters for life. Thank you.